Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in this episode, we'll discuss on LMIA-exempt work permits. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. So, let us begin by telling what is LMIA. LMIA stands for Labour Market Impact Assessment. It is a document that Canadian employers must obtain from Employment and Social Development Canada to hire a foreign worker. The purpose of the LMIA is to assess the impact that hiring a foreign worker will have on the Canadian labour market, including factors such as wages and working conditions for Canadian workers. To obtain an LMIA, an employer must provide evidence that they have attempted to recruit Canadian citizens and permanent residents for the position, but were unable to find a suitable candidate. In addition, the employer must show that the hiring of a foreign worker will not have a negative impact on the Canadian labour market. If the LMIA application is approved, the employer can then offer the foreign worker a job and the worker can apply for a work permit. LMIA is an important tool for managing the entry of foreign workers into the Canadian labour market, ensuring that Canadian citizens and permanent residents have access to job opportunities, and that the economy benefits from the skills and expertise of foreign workers. There are basically three kinds of Canadian work permits. 1. Closed work permits. 2. Open work permits. 3. Closed LMIA-exempt work permits. The majority of work permits in Canada are closed work permits, which need a favourable LMIA for a specific job and for a certain employer that is registered on the LMIA. A closed work permit is given to a foreign worker. On the other hand, foreign employees with open work permits are permitted to work in any capacity, for any business, anywhere in Canada. Open work permits do not need an LMIA since they are not tied to a specific industry or business. Moreover, a job offer is not required in order to apply for an open work permit. In a way, closed LMIA-exempt work licenses fall in the center. They do not call for an LMIA, but they do permit foreign employees to work for a particular business in a certain capacity. Now, let us talk about jobs exempt from an LMIA. Closed LMIA-exempt work permits allow a foreign national to work for a specified employer and in a certain capacity, but they are free from the requirement for a positive LMIA. The kind of employment often determines whether or not a closed work permit is exempt from the LMIA. Significant benefit: if your company can demonstrate that you will provide a significant social, cultural, or economic value to Canada, you may qualify for this exemption. For instance, technical workers, creative and performing artists, self-employed engineers, etc. B. Intra-company transferees with specialized knowledge that will contribute to the Canadian economy through their specialized skills and experience. C. Workers under Mobilite Francophone. Next, reciprocal employment. This exception gives foreign employees the chance to work in Canada in some fields where Canadians can find employment elsewhere. For instance, professional athletes and coaches working with Canadian teams. B. Professors, guest lecturers, and students participating in exchange programs. Third is entrepreneurs and self-employed. In order to be given an LMIA exemption, foreign nationals who wish to work for themselves or run their own business while they are in Canada must prove that doing so will significantly benefit Canadian citizens or permanent residents. Now, intra-company transferees. Without an LMIA, international businesses might temporarily move personnel to a Canadian branch. Next, French-speaking skilled workers. The need for an LMIA may not apply to French-speaking skilled employees who have a legitimate employment offer in a province or territory other than Quebec. Moving on, international trade agreements. Several international free trade agreements, FTAs, include clauses that make it simpler for businesses to temporarily work in the nations that have signed them. Foreign employees covered by a relevant FTA are free from the LMIA requirement, albeit they often still need a closed work permit. Examples include the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, the General Agreement on Trade in Services, and the North American Free Trade Agreement. Next is international youth exchange programs. Moreover, Canada takes part in a number of foreign youth exchange programs that let young people visit and work in Canada, without needing an LMIA for those having a job offer in Canada that advances their professional growth, for instance, International Experience Canada's Young Professionals category. And finally, the immigration minister may choose to provide this exemption in certain circumstances, for instance, medical residents, fellows, and individuals who have won academic accolades from Canadian universities. Academics, researchers, guest lecturers, and visiting professors are financed under a recognized federal program. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.